I'm Evi Filippou and this is Robert Lucaciu, and we have a duo which is called Filippou Lucaciu, basically our last names. We started playing together 3 years ago.
I think the story, how we met, is funny because I heard a lot about Evi when I was living in Greece. And then I came back, I lived there for half a year. And I did not know her before. And there were a lot of people telling me, hey, you should play with Evi, she's great, she's amazing. And then I came back to Germany and it was still COVID. And a friend of mine and me, we organized a concert series where we were inviting beautiful people. And the first concert was with Evi. It was a streaming concert back then, and yeah, we clicked.
And then I get a phone call from Robert and he's like, my music conservatory where he went as a kid is celebrating 75 years and I would like to do a concert there with you. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So we played in Plauen, in his hometown, small town in Germany. And it clicked then. We had the rehearsal and we were like, oh, we should do something. And then since then we just kept working. We kept playing and we kept organizing things for us, opportunities to play, rehearsals, we took all the gigs. And eventually we played a concert at the festival Sparks and Visions in Regensburg. And it was a morning concert. We were going there kind of like very chill, after coffee too. And it was a very beautiful concert. And then that's when our agency saw us, the Agentur Volkenstein, and she decided to take us, and that was a big shifting point for us.
But also working in different projects with each other. I'm so happy to be part of her big sextet.
I mean, it's a very naked thing, right, to play duo, because when you play gig and you play 2 sets, like you basically have to be 200% awake all the time because there is no drummer, there is no piano player or guitar player to lay some night. Like you have to be that. And for me, I love it because I get to be like a comping instrument and a soloist that I always wanted to be. And so it's very nice, but it's also, let's face it, it's kind of a challenging situation. You cannot hide. We've been trying to make an album for a couple of years. We even recorded once, but we just didn't like it. It was not good enough. It was not the spirit.
Twice.
We recorded twice, that's true. After talking about it, talking about the pieces, the repertoire and stuff, we ended up doing an album, I think, that kind of is a little bit like our biography, like how it's like biography, you say? Like, so how we started, some of the tunes we've been playing for a long time, some not so long, but somehow it started from our first inspiration to the commission work that we received half a year ago. To like, you know, it's also kind of a travel into our lives. And okay, this is us now.
And we're always like very process orientated. It's not like that we have like this proper arrangement of stuff. When we're practicing 4 hours of one song with all the different possibilities that could happen on stage or will probably never happen on stage. But yeah, I really love this process and now we're like putting it down for the album, which is also great. And I think we matured the material in the last 2 years very much to this point.
I feel like we both, I mean, especially Robert, but me too, we're people that work with a lot of people. We've played with so many artists, we supported so many people in the groups. The last 3 years, next to all of this, we were kind of building this little nest of us, like workshopping compositions. So we're like, hey, I have this idea, let's workshop it. So I feel like the last 3 years that led to this album, in the end, the album has mostly compositions of me and you. So it's like, I feel like we're helping each other become other things as well, and that's what the album is. Just a little safe space next to the madness that we have to do or we want to do for the music and for the work and for everything. When I thought that I'm going to record with Robert, and because I hate the process of having to record and be my own producer, I thought that Hayden Chisholm is a perfect person to be in the control room and listen to the takes and read the scores and just like give us feedback. He gets our musicianship. He knows us both very well. You've played with him, I've played with him. we hang out a lot, so it's been wonderful to have him on board. When I was 22 years old, and I was studying classical music, I met Hayden in Greece in a workshop, and he was the first person that basically told me, you know what, you can do whatever you want. And it's funny, because we have all the, I feel like I was looking for mentors and great professors in university. I never found it, but I found Hayden that just passed through my life like this. We're friends since then, and he told me, you can do whatever you want. You can play however you want. There's not one way to improvisation. There's not one way to jazz. And he really changed my life in that spot.
At the same time, like 10 years ago, I met Hayden and we started to play in a band. So it was the
kind of parallel lives,
yeah,
ne?
Interesting. And now we are tying it up together. Perfect. Yeah. He's just an amazing musician with a vision of sound and texture and drama. And this is really, it's such a pleasure to work with a person like that.
We're looking very much forward to the world listening to this music.